Adam Frick with Folsom TV. We're standing out here in front of Folsom Dam, where at about noon today, they started letting out water from the dam. And as you can see behind me, the water is flowing out of the 3 gates in the upper tier. And it's been flowing pretty good for the last hour and a half or so. It should expect to keep going as they prepare for the oncoming rains. And we're going to talk to a flood specialist here in just a second. But we're going to show you some of the footage of what's going on here at Folsom Dam right now.
What I saw today were releases from the upper spillways for the first time in about 4 years, which is a really good thing. It means that Folsom is actually high enough that they can release water to get ready for the next storm. Right now there are 2 ways to release water from Folsom, way down by the river channel and the very gates at the top, which you can see open today. That gives the operators a very limited amount of flexibility to manage flood control for the city of Sacramento and the areas between here and Sacramento. The new spillway is lower than the top spillway. That means they can release water earlier in advance of an oncoming storm. So by this time, say 5 years from now, after the spillway construction is finished, after they've done all the software upgrades and everything, they might be looking at releasing water by Wednesday of this week in advance of the storm that they're seeing coming this weekend. Around the world, everybody looks at the same problem after they've had a long drought and they've had a little bit of rain that causes a flood release. But in reality, what happens is that these dams are studied for a very long time to figure out the right balance between keeping enough water in the reservoir for water security, in other words, a secure water supply, and leaving enough space to mitigate the potential damages from any floods. So it's a real balancing act that's done well in advance, and sometimes decades in advance, studying years and years and years of historical data to make those decisions. Going forward, what we're really looking forward to is utilizing weather forecasts to look at what's coming down the pike and maybe operating the dams with a little bit more flexibility to create more space by releasing water through those auxiliary spillways that are under construction to make room for controlling the next flood. Folsom happens to be the only reservoir in the state right now, at least as of yesterday, that had water levels equal to or greater than the historical averages for each of the reservoirs. So we still have a long way to go in the state to recover from the 5 years of drought that we've had, but this is very promising.